So guys, this morning I decided to make my first decently sized long-term investment position in my Webull account, okay? So like I said, I've been shorting between my two marginal accounts all through the month of November and the start of December, and I just covered on a bunch of shorts again today, and I actually just sold some put options at a pretty good price. What I did, guys, is that I have no long-term positions in my Webull account. I decided to buy 120 shares of Coca-Cola. I just thought, that would be a very safe stock that's going to pay really, really good dividends. Like I said, even if this stock loses 5 or 10% more value, Coca-Cola will always rebound. They always trend mostly with the market, and this has historically been a very, very safe stock, a real value gem. I think everybody should try to get in their portfolio on some level. But let's talk for a minute about why this feels so good to me, okay? Why I'm so proud of this right here, guys, is really, here's my thinking, is I'm going to get a dividend payment every quarter from Coca-Cola. It's probably not going to be a lot of money, but it will be some passive income. The reason I'm so excited about this, guys, is because the money Coca-Cola pays me is just going to go right back into the stock market. It's just going to go right back into my trades or my long-term positions, and that's what keeps me really excited about Coke. When I woke up this morning, I realized I've already made it on some levels, okay? Because for some people, the goal is to be a millionaire or a billionaire. And for some people, the goal was simply just to get out of debt. The goal was never to be a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire, okay? I'm currently not a millionaire. If you took all of my assets, you took my real estate and my stocks and everything I own and put it all in one pile, I still would not have $1 million worth of assets. I probably have about halfway there, maybe a little better than halfway. I've never really sat down and done the math on it. I've never really tried to calculate, like I said, property and real estate, stocks, and other investments I've made, cash, income. I've never really sat down and put that all in one pile, but I think I'm a little beyond halfway. I think I'm closer to 3/4 of the way to being a millionaire. I'm 34 years old. I'm turning 35 in a couple of weeks. And, that is something I'm probably most proud of, is that my home is paid for, my properties are paid for, all my cars are paid for. I don't owe the banks any money. I don't have any credit cards or credit card bills or anything like that, okay? So, not the richest guy, not the wealthiest guy in the world. Like I said, I know guys with millions of dollars. I know guys that, like I said, I have friends, personal friends, who will drop $2 or $3 million on an IPO. A new IPO hits the market, and they'll just call up their broker and say, hey, I want to set an order for $3 million, and they make it happen. They do those types of things. So, I'm not quite on that level, but I want to get some opinions on this. I want to ask, what do you value more? Do you value, do you aspire to be a millionaire, or do you aspire to just be out of debt? I would actually lean in the direction of being out of debt is closer to making it, per se, than being a millionaire. Because being out of debt gives you freedom, okay? It gives you freedom like nothing else will. So, for example, if you're tied down in a job you don't like very much, or if you're working for a boss you don't like very much, and you've been with a company and you're grinding away, you're doing the best you can, and every day becomes a drag. If you are out of debt and you have your bills kind of minimal, you don't have to work there. You can just show up and clean out your desk and go home and never ever go back, and there's nothing they can really do about that. Because at the end of the day, you aren't going to lose anything. They can't come and take your house or your cars because you didn't show up for work on Monday. And another thing too is lifestyle. Vacationing, traveling, taking time for yourself, taking time for your family. And you don't plan on creating any more debt, in any short, in a period of time. You get that freedom. If you, like I said, if you, hey, I want to travel for 2 weeks, I'm going to, turn the notifications off on my phone and I'm going to go travel for 2 weeks. Or, in my case, I'm planning some traveling here pretty soon. I'll probably just take my equipment with me. There's no reason I can't make a 15-minute video. It's not really that hard of a job. You can sit down, turn the camera on, and make a video pretty quick. And then too, there's also people who are millionaires and they're out of debt, or even billionaires and out of debt. But now you are in a really elite class, and consider yourself very, very lucky, if you're in that class of people. Because that is what everybody kind of aspires to be. The only thing I worry about, if I ever got to that level, if I was ever, like I said, completely debt free, which I am, and also had millions of dollars, I'm worried I wouldn't wake up and find that reason to work. I feel like I would let myself become lazy if I ever got to that level. Like I can turn this off for a while. I don't have to work as hard. I don't have to have my mind in the stock market as much. I don't have to pay attention to these trends as much and do as much research because I've got it made now. I'm out of debt and I'm a millionaire. Who cares? I'll just sit back and smoke cigars all day. So that's like a legitimate worry I have in the back of my head. Is there anybody out there else that worries about these types of things? Like I said, if you had it all, if you were debt free and you had millions of dollars, would you find that reason to keep going? Would you find that reason to keep working? I think I would. Honestly, I've done some self-analysis. I know I would not just kind of stop doing stuff. I would keep, chugging away at whatever I do. But I guess I would feel more entitled to more freedom as well, which can be a dangerous thing. When you feel entitled to freedom and you feel entitled to spend money whenever you want to, that can be a dangerous thing. I know. But anyways, guys, I think this is a good topic of conversation. Like I said, I would probably lean in the direction of, being debt free. I think that's the goal everybody should strive for, is being debt free. Okay. And so in my book and in my world, I've already made that because I've already accomplished that, and I don't plan on ever getting back in debt again. There's no car. When I drive by the car lot, there's nothing in that car lot I see that's like, I gotta have that. Okay. Really, the way I do things is I try to disguise myself so people don't think I have any money. Even if I was a billionaire, I don't know as though I would go out and buy, a Ferrari or something like that. I don't know if I would, because then everywhere I drive that Ferrari, people are gonna stop and start interrogating me and how did you get that and why are you that, and then before you know it, people like you because you got a Ferrari and not because of you. Especially salesmen will start ripping you off a lot. If you pull up in the car lot to look at SUVs and you've got a Ferrari sitting there, do you think he's going to give you the discount of discounts? And it's just all perception. I love cars. One of my favorite things, me and my best friend, we used to do this all the time, but we would just go take a day and just test drive all the cars we want to. So, it's not that I don't love cars, it's that I don't want people to know I have money. I kind of like purposely disguise myself so you would never guess I have money. Even like in the mornings when I go to the gym and work out, or I drop my kids off at school, or whatever I'm doing, I never get out with like a gold chain and, a Rolex watch and a $500 pair of shoes. And no, because, I would never want, I'm not a show off. I don't try to show, and those aren't the type of things I value anyway. I'd rather have my $6,000 of Coca-Cola stock, than all that stuff anyways. But anyways, go down in the comment section, guys. Tell me what you think. Would you rather be out of debt or would you rather be a millionaire? I know the answer is both. Obviously, everybody wants both, but which one are you more focused on right now? Are you more focused on making $1 million, or are you more focused on getting yourself out of debt? Thanks for watching, guys.